Hey everybody, I got this picture frame from Dollar Tree. I absolutely loved this picture frame because it had this nice farmhouse feel to it. So I just took off the backing along with the glass, and now I'm going to be using this Waverly chalk paint in the color plaster, and I'm just gonna go right over this picture frame with this color. And I did have to go over this with 3 coats of this chalk paint for full coverage. You just want to make sure that you dry the first coat before going on to any other coats. And once all the coats were applied, you want to just allow this to completely dry. And if you want to make this look a little bit more weathered, you could go around the frame with a sanding block. So now I had this excess piece of wire. It actually came from a garbage can from Dollar Tree. So I just cut it down to size using the glass of the frame as a guide to help me size that wire out. And I just put that aside. And now I'm grabbing these craft sticks you could get from Walmart. I used a total of 6 of the popsicle sticks. And I'm going to be using some black acrylic paint with a baby wipe to apply the acrylic paint on. And this just leaves you with a nice, beautiful wood stained look without using those harsh chemicals that are inside of any wood stain. So now I just grabbed that picture frame and I'm putting the wire on first. For extra durability, I did just put some hot glue around the edges and I just held that wire right down. And once that was completely adhered, I started to apply the popsicle sticks on the back of that wire. I started to put them down individually, but then I just stacked them all on top of each other and put another popsicle stick. I just cut it down to size and I just hot glued that popsicle stick on the back of the remaining popsicle sticks. And that was so much quicker and easier to do. And then I just put the backing on the back of the picture frame and look at how cute this is. And I got this adorable magnet, also came from Dollar Tree. It says, "Let's eat," and I love the fact that it had buffalo check on it. So I'll be applying some adhesive glue with a mixture of hot glue on the back of the magnet. And I just placed that down right in the center of the picture frame. And I just held that down for about 10 seconds, but you do want to let that completely dry for about 25 to 30 minutes. I then got these plastic utensils from Dollar Tree. It came from their kids section. And first, I'm going to be painting them in this folk art chalk paint in the color Seriously Gray. And this did require about 3 to 4 coats, so you just want to make sure that you dry each individual coat before going on to the next. Next, I'll be using this Waverly chalk paint in the color Nimbus. And I'm just using a cut up sponge to put a small amount of that color. And I'm just dabbing this all throughout the plastic utensils. Very important, if you have too much chalk paint on your sponge, just dab some of that excess right off. You really want the bare minimum of chalk paint while doing this method because you don't want it to be a full coverage. You still want some of that darker gray to peek through. And if you feel like the color is just coming out a little too light, then you could go back in with some more of that darker gray color and just dab right over. And now you have this beautiful galvanized look. So now to make these utensils look really rustic, I'm using this Waverly Antique Wax and I'm just putting a very small amount on my paintbrush and I'm just randomly putting this around the edges of the utensils, anywhere that you would think that a utensil will naturally begin to rust at. Again, very important, a small amount goes a long way and blending is key. And look at how awesome these came out. I just love them. So now let's go ahead and grab that Let's Eat frame. And again, I'm just using some of that adhesive glue with a mixture of hot glue to apply these utensils right on the sides of the frame. And I just can't get over how adorable this is coming out. I then just made some small bows out of some jute string, and I just hot glued those onto the center of both of the utensils. And look at how stinking cute this came out. I had so much fun creating this. I hope this inspires you guys to create your own. If it did, please be sure to sprinkle the love. Thank you so much, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.